Yes, it is another Helping Hand show. Welcome, and we're glad you're here. This episode's called Ice Cream. We all scream for ice cream. It's getting close. Remember summertime? Oh, yeah, it was the best part of the year. I know you remember. There was no school, no homework, none of those, like Alice Cooper said, none of those teachers' dirty looks and all that. Nothing but hanging around or playing with our friends all day. I remember those great summer days. As a kid, gee, we were outside all day, every day. Nobody stayed inside unless it was raining and a nasty day, but they were few and far between those days. It didn't matter how hot it was. We were outside. Now, this, of course, was before the internet, before those video games, that are so popular and they're really quite something. There's no cell phones back then. When I was a kid, every day outside was like a little vacation. Sometimes somebody would like open a fire hydrant or get the lawn sprinklers going, and we'd run through them to cool off. But there was nothing better or more exciting than to hear the ice cream truck coming. Oh, yeah, those were great sounds. Some of the trucks had bells, others had music. We'd hear these happy sounds as the truck full of frozen treats would come down our street. Every kid would quickly run home and see if they couldn't get some change to buy some ice cream. And if some of the kids weren't able to get any money, we just shared. I remember many times, breaking my creamsicle popsicle into two pieces. I give half to my buddy. Those ice cream trucks were everything to us in those hot days. Then, okay, one summer day rolled around and everything changed. That's when life happened. We all knew Jorge Alvarez. He's a great guy. Still know him. He was Manuel's father. Now, he's been selling ice cream from his truck every summer since before all the older brothers and sisters in the neighborhood were little kids. Every day, we all wanted to hear his truck song blasting down the street. But then the ice cream truck quit coming by for some reason. We didn't know. So for us kids, that was a huge, and I mean humongous, disappointment. So a bunch of us decided to go over to Manuel's house and, see what was up. We all pushed Peter, to knock on Manuel's front door. He was the tallest, he was the biggest, so he got tasked with knocking on the front door.
Hi, Manuel. It's me, Peter, and the gang from 4th Avenue. Can we ask you something?
Peter, what's up? Hi, guys. Wow, you're all here. Is everything okay?
Look, we were all thinking and decided to come ask you, where's your dad, Jorge? The ice cream truck hasn't been to 4th Avenue or anywhere for days. What's wrong? Tanya says her friends on Garside haven't seen the truck either. Right, Tanya?
Yeah, Peter and Manuel, we all miss your dad, Jorge. Sorry, or asking where the ice cream truck is. Everyone is worried about your dad. He is a good man and treats all of us great. Sometimes he would give us free ice cream if we had no money. Right, Maria?
Yeah, that's true. And once all I had was a dime, and he didn't even want me to worry about that. Today, any ice cream will cost you just a dime. He was always so generous to all of us. Seeing his truck come down the street with his ice cream song blasting was the highlight of our day.
Thanks, guys. I know my father would love to hear what you're saying, but he got into an accident and he's recovering in the hospital right now. He was driving to the ice cream factory to supply his truck when a drunk driver hit him. My father hurt his leg and his ribs. The ice cream truck got damaged.
Hey, Manny, this is Carlos. Your father, Jorge, is a good man. You tell him that. I'm real sorry he got hurt. We're all saddened to hear this. Please tell him. We all miss him, and we hope he gets better.
Boy, and how. And as I said, the ice cream truck was everything to us kids during the summer, no matter where we were. But for us, this poor guy's ice cream truck was, he was hit by a drunk driver. You got to be kidding me. So many people lose their livelihoods or their lives sometimes because of drunk driving. Drunk driving accidents happen, when a person's ability to judge distances is impaired, it's slowed down. A person's reaction time is slowed when they're drunk, when you've had too much to drink. This means a driver is unable to react quickly enough when another driver slows down, stops quickly, makes a move, turns fast, or what have you ahead of him. Now, drunk drivers, they're a danger to themselves too, and everyone on the road. People drink and drive because they feel that they're okay, to get behind the wheel. I'm fine. Yeah, okay, no, you're not. Now, if you're pulled over for drunk driving, a law enforcement official, police officer, local police, state trooper, whomever, he's going to check the amount of alcohol in your blood. It is illegal for a person to drive with a blood alcohol concentration or percentage level greater than 0.08%. Used to be 0.1%. They lowered it some years ago. And for commercial drivers, people who drive for a living, it's 0.04%. That's serious. So just like everybody's heard, you and me, we've heard this a gazillion times. Please don't drink and drive, okay? Okay, now back to our story. Maria Rivera, she's got an idea.
We should do something for Jorge. I know Manuel will tell him how much we all miss him and care. But is that enough? Carlos, didn't you say that your older brother bought ice cream from Jorge when he was a kid?
Yeah, he did. I believe everyone on the street has bought ice cream from Jorge over the years. He is summer. Once it gets warm out, everyone hears his ice cream song. They all run out of their houses and buy his fantastic ice cream. And Peter, he's always first in line.
That's true. I have very sensitive ears and excellent hearing. I'm like a superhero. So once I hear that ice cream music playing, I run after his truck. I know Jorge sees me chasing him, and he always stops in at a different place. Once I chased that truck to the end of our block until he finally stopped. Jorge was laughing and gave me a free ice cream. What about you, Tanya?
Never chased the truck. When Jorge saw me waiting, he usually stopped right in before me. He always saw me waiting, holding hands with my little sister. Whenever mom gave me enough money to just buy one ice cream because she didn't have it, Jorge knew and always gave us two. And for me, and one for my baby sister. So let's do something for him to show we care. Carlos, doesn't your mom work at...
Yeah, she does. You know what? I'll ask her tonight if she could check up on Jorge, and maybe we could all go visit him. We should have a fundraiser or something, make a GoFundMe or something so we could bring him a gift. Yeah, I know there was this one kid that got sick in our class last year, and all the students raised money and bought him some gifts. Maria, what do you think?
Hey, that's a great idea. Last year, I sold the most Girl Scout cookies in our troop. We just need to figure out how to raise money. Then we can get him a goodwill gift. Let's go talk to his son, Noel. Maybe he has a good idea, too.
Listen, I don't know about any of you folks, but I was in the hospital a couple times. Namely, a few summers ago, bunch of summers ago, actually. I broke my wrist pretty badly when I was playing Little League Baseball. So this is a bunch of summers ago, believe me when I tell you. Anyway, I broke my wrist, and I had to get it operated on. They had to really do a number on it, And as a kid, all I knew was being in the hospital just stunk on ice. It was so boring. It's kind of frightening too, a little scary, I would have just cried all day if my parents hadn't made sure that I got TV to watch. It wasn't a freebie back then. You had to arrange for it. So I kind of know what Jorge must be going through. He's got to be out of his skull just laying around the hospital like that. I was so happy when my friends came to visit me in the hospital. My baseball team, they even showed up, brought me the baseball from that game, when I got hurt. And they all signed it. Made me feel great. My mom's a nurse, and she's told me there are 9 ways to help when somebody is in the hospital. Number one, be there. Go visit them. Number two, bring a picture maybe of friends and family and pets if you like. Number three, be creative. Number four, be inspiring. Number five, be mindful. Just be aware of who you're visiting. Number six is to be thoughtful. Seven, be supportive. Be encouraging. Number eight, be generous. Go ahead, get them a get well gift or something. And number nine, be practical with your gift when you get a gift. Remember, they're in a hospital and they may have somebody as a roommate, so you don't want anything loud or weird. We all need each other. This is true, We all need each other, and we need a little love now and again, too. All right, let's get back to the story, and let's see what Manuel thinks, shall we?
Maria, thanks for including me in what you guys are planning for my dad. I know he's in pain and he's trying his best to heal. So having you guys visit him in the hospital and bring him a gift will make him feel really special and loved. You and Tanya are so creative, and both of you are in the acting club at school. I know you'll all come up with great ideas to make my dad happy. I know my dad loves this community and all the people in it. When he's selling his ice cream, he's so pleased. He once told me that buying ice cream truck made all of his dreams come true. Tanya, do you have any ideas?
Manuel, you just gave Maria and me the best idea. You're right. We are both in the acting club at school, so we should put on a play to raise money for your dad to help fix his truck. And we can get him a wonderful get well gift. What do you think, Maria?
Wow, now that's a great idea. And because your dad loves all of us, we can make him a big get well card with messages from everyone in the neighborhood. He would just love that. And Carlos, can you also talk to his dad, who is a mechanic? Maybe he can tell us how much we need to help fix Jorge's ice cream truck. Can you ask your dad, Carlos, please?
Of course I can. My father would love to help. He always tells me that you could do anything you want. You just have to stay focused and believe. That's part of the reason he became a mechanic. He likes helping people. He says that when a person's car breaks down, they're pretty emotional. There's a lot of financials and all that, and he can see how worried they are in their eyes. Now, when he fixes the car, he sees the biggest smiles, and he knows that they're so thankful. It makes him really happy. And that's why I'm so proud of my dad.
So often we don't even think about how our kids see us. Some kids, they don't even know what their parents do for a living. And sometimes that may be a little scary if you think about it as a kid. Now, my dad, now and then, he'd come home upset, angry, all bent out of shape. That's when we knew his work day was a bad one, lousy. He never told us what would have happened at work, because I think that would have made him even more angry. But I knew that whatever my dad did for a living, that's exactly what I did not want to do when I grew up. Seemed like whenever dad came home from work, he was upset, stressed out. There was almost always some sort of an argument, usually with mom, And I always dreamt of my dad winning the lottery or coming into a lot of money or something, so he wouldn't have to work at his job anymore. Then my parents wouldn't argue and they would live happily ever after. That's how I saw it as a kid. Now, again, here are a few pointers that I've learned over the years on dealing with your partner, your spouse's, your person's work stress, if it comes up and when it comes up. First thing, it's okay for your spouse to have stress at work. It happens. Okay. You don't like it, but it's all right. Number two, listen to the complaints out of them, because they're going to want to get it off their chest. Number three, offer support. That's big. Don't belittle, don't criticize, support. Fourth thing, help them with a little advice if you have any. If you don't, that's okay too. Sometimes listening is better than speaking, I have to tell you. Fifthly, reflect on how important their job really is, to you and to the whole family. Also, number 6, encourage them to talk to other folks about it when they can. Maybe a colleague or a buddy, a friend, somebody who they know for a while. Number 7, and this is sometimes easier said than done, but calm them down by being as calm as can be. That's important. And number 8, remind them, and always remind them how important they are. How much you love them, how much you think the world of them. Boy, that's important. You have to really think on doing that daily. Some people don't do it at all. Do it daily. Your kids, remember, your kids are proud of you no matter what you do for a living. From this to that, doesn't matter. Always remember that. Okay. Let's get back to our story once again. And let's also hear what Peter Lafonte, another neighborhood kid, let's hear what he's got to say about it all.
Hi, guys. It's all set up. My dad spoke to his friend who's in charge of the local theater. He said we could use the theater for a one-time show. All we have to do is decide what kind of show we want to put on, and they will help us. They have everything there from costumes to scenery. Then we can sell tickets to everyone, raise the money for the giant get well card, and help fix Jorge's ice cream truck. We can do this. Let's all talk to the other kids in our school acting group and get them all involved. Manuel, what do you think?
This sounds great. I'm so happy everyone is doing this for my dad. The happiness he will feel from what you guys are doing is going to make him recover that much faster. I know it. This is something he would never expect. All this love for my dad, it's not only from you guys, but also from your parents, and he'll know that. Who would know that an ice cream guy can be loved so much?
Well, I have to tell you, the neighborhood kids and all the school's drama club, the acting club members, they put on a fantastic show, a great show, a king-sized show. Very entertaining. The theater sold out. Yep, sold out. All the neighborhood kids and the parents were there supporting the show. Even neighbors from a few streets over, different streets, who maybe had never met each other before. They were there and they became friends for the first time. This ice cream accident actually brought the community closer, believe it or not. Too often, people live in the neighborhood and have no connection with their community. It's important to get involved whenever you can, if you can. Believe it, your neighbors are a lot like you, probably in many ways that you wouldn't even suspect. You can change your neighbors by being involved and by being a part of the community now and again. Don't just always stand on the sidelines and say, look what's happened to my old neighborhood, doing nothing. Get involved somehow, just like these kids did to help out a friend. Their friend Jorge, their favorite ice cream truck driver, who they visited, by the way, the next day after the big show in the hospital.
Hi, Dad. This is going to be a special day for you.
What, son? How is it going to be special? I'm still in this hospital bed trying to recover from my truck accident. The doctor says I need a lot of therapy to get better. But I know things will work out. So your daddy will be just fine.
Dad, do you miss selling your ice cream? Bet you all those neighborhood kids are worried sick about you.
I miss those kids so much. You have to see how they all would chase the truck down the street. Then they would all line up with the biggest smiles to buy my ice cream. Every day was so much fun just riding through the neighborhood, playing the ice cream song and seeing all those kids. And their parents too. Everybody loves ice cream.
Well, Dad, here's a big surprise. Some of the neighborhood kids are here. They wanted to come see you and say hi. Their parents took them to the hospital. Can I go get them?
What a surprise! Yes, tell them all to come in, please. What a wonderful surprise. Hurry, Manuel, go get them now, please.
Hi, Jorge. It's me, Peter. Carlos, Tanya, and Maria are also with me. We all miss you so much. When we heard about your truck accident, every kid felt sad. We also miss seeing you and buying your ice cream. Hearing your ice cream music and seeing your truck coming down the street was always the most exciting time for all of us. So we really miss you and hope you get well soon. So we are all offering you our helping hand. And to show you how much we miss seeing you, we have this big get well card signed by everyone in the neighborhood. And we also put on a show at the local theater and raised this money to help fix the ice cream truck. Carlos's dad, who's a car mechanic, he said he could fix the truck with the money we raised. He said it was enough. We all just want you back selling your ice cream. You are always good to us, so we will always be thankful. The end.
And so ends another episode of Helping Hand. Helping Hand was created and conceived by Joel Emil, who was also the writer of this episode. Here now are our characters and the actors who played them. Joel Emil, by the way, he played Peter Lafonte. James Malcolm played Manuel Alvarez. Tiana Charles was Tanya Perez. Ruby Sandy played Maria Rivera. Steve Tobis played Jorge Alvarez, and Ryan Evans played Carlos Lopez. And as always, a big thank you goes out to our friend Gino DiPiero of HamiltonRadio.net. Gino, of course, he's our producer and recording engineer. And as for me, I'm John Thielon, your host and narrator. Thank you for listening. We're going to catch you next time on Helping Hand. And as always, keep the faith, never give up. Your opportunity is closer than you think. So long.